In a recent video, I used the word revolution. I'm going to use the word revolution again, but this time it seems a little bit closer. I'm Graniopteryx. So this is from the Telegraph of Saturday, the 30th of March. Protesters surround police van after terror suspect arrested at pro-Gaza march. It's quite a shocking article, this, and it says here, Henry Bodkin, senior reporter. So if they've sent a senior reporter out, it means that the Telegraph regards this as serious as well. Pro-Palestine protesters surrounded a police van to prevent it leaving after a man was arrested on suspicion of terrorism-related offences. There are a couple of things in this article that need picking out. There is something down here. They arrested Niak Gorbani because he was holding a poster saying Hamas is terrorist. This was on a previous occasion. They arrested him again on this occasion. And the Metropolitan Police were accused of emboldening the mob with that arrest. And I agree, it does embolden the mob when they realise that people who who hold posters up calling Hamas out for what it is get arrested. And meanwhile, a video emerged of a police officer challenged to arrest protesters allegedly waving swastikas. When a woman asked him why waving a swastika was not disturbing public order, he said, "Everything needs to be taken in context, doesn't it?" The police seem to be colluding with the Hamas people, but this is what really worries me. And I'll start by saying that I think there's a revolution going on, and there are three possibilities in the way the government is handling this. The first is that they don't think there's a revolution going on. Well, there may not be. I mean, they may know more than I do, obviously. Or they may be in such a bubble that they don't realise really what's going on outside. Or they may be just idiots. But anyway, yeah, that's the first possibility. The second is that they do know there's a revolution going on, but they know they can't handle it. So they're hoping it will just fizzle away if they try to ignore it. Good luck with that. And then the third is they know there's a revolution happening and they're waiting for it to get so bad that they can declare martial law and make a sort of temporary dictatorship of a sort. Now, that sounds completely ridiculous. That doesn't happen in Britain. Well, as Maya Tusi once said, we all thought that the democratic civilization we had in Persia, in Iran, was going to last forever. And then one morning we woke up and found an Islamic dictatorship in charge. It can happen. Anyway, and I'm going to talk about that third possibility. These pro-Palestine protesters surrounded a police van to prevent it leaving. Dozens of demonstrators could be seen sitting in the street while others crowded against the side of the van at the central London rally calling for a ceasefire in Gaza. Now, apparently the person the police had taken was a person of interest, as they say. And these guys here surrounded the van and blockaded it. Now, let's just look at what happens. You have a volatile situation here. You have that sort of a crowd all crammed together. And then they blockade the van. Just look at all of this. And this is a counter-protest behind all these police people. Not so much, I suppose. So look, now, you know how volatile crowds can be. They could have been within a millimetre of somebody trying to break into the van, and then the rest of the crowd just piling in on the police and trying to free their hero who's been arrested. That would be the start of a riot. And what do you do when that happens? You call the soldiers in, don't you? That could have been, you know, there's these little tipping points. That could have been the tipping point. I'm quite sure they were within a tiny, split second of that happening. And the thing is that these crowds have been getting worse and worse. They started out reasonably law-abiding, and then they seem to be getting worse and more organised in their law-breaking. They weren't waving swastikas in the air at the beginning, but now they are. And the police are ignoring it because they know they can't control that. But they arrested somebody. And the next time, you never know what's going to happen, because this was quite a dangerous situation, I'd say. And, as I say, if the crowd had gone out of control in that way, that would have been an army thing, wouldn't it? When a government has to call the army in. Well, yeah. What more can I say? All right. Till next time. If we've still got electricity. Why not treat yourself or a favoured relative or friend to these magnificent examples of merch? The mugs and t-shirts come in the Graniopteryx design or Granbo with a firearm or the more deadly knitting needles. Go to www.graniopteryx.com and whatever platform you're watching this on, please click like, subscribe and share.